Yo, what's up YouTube? Here we are with another video. Hopefully you guys are having a good time, man, or a good day wherever you are. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm KD, and yeah, we're about to get into some more paranormal videos. I don't know why I had you guys sitting there looking at the other screen, but anyway, we're about to get into this first paranormal video. And there was a video that somebody wanted me to watch from the last stream. They recommended me watch some I believe it was a trailer or something. I looked it up, but I didn't watch the video, so you'll get my actual real reaction to it. But yeah, as you can see, this is on the channel that I always end up watching, which is Slapped Ham. So go check out Slapped Ham because they have cool paranormal videos. But yeah, this one is going to be called Must See Paranormal Activity That'll Chill You to the Bone. And hopefully it does chill us. You know what I mean? Hopefully we see something that's good. And there's another video I might check out, but I've already seen it. But it's crazy. It's about the Cecil Hotel, which if you guys have been watching Netflix, you probably heard about it. Then you guys know about how there's so much different stuff that has happened there, like a whole bunch of murders over the years, and other like some people believe like paranormal stuff. So the documentary that is on Netflix doesn't really get into the paranormal stuff that much, but it gets into like the shady stuff that has been going on. The Cecil Hotel, it is in downtown Los Angeles, and I live in Los Angeles. Never been there, but passed it a whole bunch of times. And yeah, just some crazy stuff has happened there, dude. There has been serial killers there. There has been like crazy type of deaths, like people going crazy in there and everything. So yeah, we definitely need to check that video out. So the video that I'm talking about, though, about the Cecil Hotel, was a guy that lived across, well, he still lives across the street from the Cecil Hotel. He is a YouTuber, so we're gonna try to check out his video, and you guys can actually see something about like what it's about, and you know what it's like. And just crazy stuff that happens. You know, he explains a cool amount of stuff in this perspective that is different than what you get in the documentary, because he actually lives right across the street from it. But anyway, enough talking, dude. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the video. And if you guys enjoy the video, please leave that thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe and come on those post notifications. Dude, I'm so happy that you guys did love the last stream of, you know, all of this paranormal stuff. And stay tuned for more, man. I just thought about it randomly one week, and then just started doing these videos. So here we are with number 5, and stay tuned for many more. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna stop talking. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this.
Generally, going to the local store is a rather mundane task. However, not so for this
Paranormal
man,
Activity
who found
filmed
himself
in
the unwitting
store.
star of a very mysterious
Hold on,
video.
let's see what this volume
Let's
is
take
like.
a look.
Ah, that's weird. Hopefully you guys can hear it right. Let me turn it up
The
a
footage,
little bit
which
more.
appears to have been taken from a security camera, shows the man
Actually, I'll
standing
leave it
in
there.
an aisle. He takes a product off the shelf and begins examining it. Suddenly, a box from the shelf behind him floats forward, appearing to hover in midair.
Like what? How? And it's really sitting there
A few
hovering,
seconds
bro.
later, another box flies off the rack in front of the man and onto the floor.
He doesn't even notice that shit is just hovering. Nobody else is around.
Surprised, the man bends down to pick it up just as the floating object also falls to the floor.
That's crazy.
Startled voices, presumably those of employees watching the footage, can be heard in the background, with one suggesting that it could be the work of a poltergeist.
Hell yeah, like, I mean, unless it's somebody edited the video, but other than that, like, that's weird.
Hanging mid-air without any support certainly seems within the realm of the supernatural. And with no other people standing nearby, it seems difficult to explain the situation any other way. If it turns out that this video does indeed show a poltergeist, then the man may have been incredibly lucky. After all, it seemingly chose only to manipulate the items on the shelf while leaving the unaware
What if it just
shopper
hit him
to
over the head
continue
with the
about
box?
his day.
You shopping, huh? Wow. Imagine seeing that later on, you know what I
YouTuber
mean?
Sylvia C is no stranger to
Creepy
paranormal
kitchen
activity.
incident.
With many unusual events occurring in her kitchen, this
Let's see
video
what you got,
confirms
Sylvia
what
C.
many often suggest, that the kitchen can be a dangerous place to be confronted by the supernatural.
Yeah,
As
that's
the video
weird,
begins,
yo.
all seems normal. However, the peace and quiet is soon interrupted.
Property's moving.
Dude.
As you can see, a piece of cutlery begins to swing back and forth all on its own.
Property's moving.
I'm over here looking for other stuff.
As the camera holder moves in for a closer inspection, it falls forward onto the countertop.
No.
Soon after, several more pieces are disturbed, almost as if violently knocked from their stand by some sort of unseen force. Then, just as everything seems to settle once again, a knife flies from a block and lands on the kitchen floor.
Whoa. Alright, let me pause it there. I don't know if you guys have any of those, like the knife blocks or whatever. We have one, and they go in deep. So the fact that it just pretty much jumps out and falls, and then even for like the fork, the knife, and the spoon, they must be on like long nails, or not nails, but whatever, long hooks. And the fact that they're just sliding off, you know what I mean? And the thing is, they're angled so they don't fall out. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. Like, imagine you're in your kitchen and you're just chilling and you see that. Like that's weird as hell. I mean, the only thing it could be is if somebody had like some type of strings or something, but it doesn't look like that's what it is. I mean, it's not the clearest video, but at the same time, I don't think that's what it is. I think this is really something that's just strange. You know what I'm saying?
Luckily, the camera holder is standing far enough away from the dangerous object, which could have caused a serious injury.
You know what? Hell no. If I would have seen that knife, I would have been like, yo, we gotta back the fuck up.
The unseen entity if it needs her help in some way, and if so, to move something as a sign.
Do you want my help? Please move something if you want my help.
Wow, turn the pots
No
around,
sooner have the
bro.
words left her mouth that a pot on the stove begins to turn.
Do you want my help? Please move something if you want my help.
I'm not asking no questions, dude. As soon as I see that, I'm like, I'm out.
Question the intentions of the potential poltergeist in this video. The sharp knife being thrown onto the floor is certainly suspicious. However, the fact that the entity appears to respond when the woman asks if it needs help suggests that it might simply be manipulating its surroundings in an effort to get the woman's attention.
Do you want my help? Please move something if you want my help.
Wow. Hell
Could it be possible that this video actually shows evidence of a ghost reaching out to the living for help? Perhaps a trapped spirit unable to move on, or even a former resident of the house trying to communicate. Whatever the case may be, let's hope that this woman's able to figure out its message sooner rather than later.
Do you want my help? Please move something if you want my help.
Dude, fuck that. Leave down in the comment section right now if you've ever lived somewhere that is haunted like that or anything like that. Luckily for me, no. You know what I mean? But for some of you guys, maybe you have a story that's like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see stuff that's moved, or, you know, doors and shit are opening, or maybe you actually seen some shit. Like, leave that down in the comment section. That's crazy as hell.
Most people probably have an idea of how they think they would react if they were to come face to face with a ghost. While many may see themselves acting brave in such a situation, the truth is that most would probably run in fear. In this video shared to YouTube by Maduka Narote, we get to see what a genuine reaction to something supernatural might look like. The footage, which appears to have been captured on a security camera, shows a room with a desk and 2 chairs opposite it. A man sits behind the desk using his phone as 2 other men enter the room from the front door. The 3 of the men begin to speak before one of the men leaves. The 2 remaining men continue to talk for several more seconds until something eerie is captured on camera.
No, something with the chair. Oh, no. Bro, the blue shirt got him quick.
The chairs. They resume talking.
Excuse me.
Suddenly, the chairs move once again.
Yo, that would have been my reaction for real. Like, I'm out of here. Dude.
Men scatter.
He was like, fuck them papers, I'm out.
The other opens a side entrance and flees into the darkness.
What the hell? Oh, I thought he was going into a closet. I didn't know what that was.
Mixed opinions. Some feel that
both of them
staged, noting what appears to be some overacting.
Okay, and I noticed that. I was like, it could be overacting, but at the same time, if I seen that,
others in the comments section
that's how my acting would be,
response.
And I wouldn't be acting. Like, it would just be like, yo, I'm out of here.
How you might react to the same situation.
Exactly.
Running for the nearest exit certainly seems like a logical thing to do, given the circumstances.
I mean, it does seem a little fake. But to be honest, like, I'll be getting the hell up out of there too.
Surely no parent ever wants to witness something creepy.
I'll ask questions later. Ghost playing with babies' toys.
What happened to YouTuber Original Bayless as he was filming his toddler playing on the floor? In the video, we see a young child sitting in a living room with a mix of toys.
Oh, that's a cute kid.
Them. The child's father explains that for the last 5 minutes, one of the toys has been moving by itself without explanation.
Yes, I don't know if you can see that, but that thing just keeps moving completely by itself.
It continues to
that's
rotate
weird.
In a circle.
Doing its own thing there. Okay.
At one point, the toy appears to hit a green ball, causing it to roll forwards.
And nothing really around it. It's been doing it for about 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, that's too long. Like 5 minutes?
Movement is certainly creepy. However, some have wondered if the toy itself is motorized and has a rolling head.
Kinda creepy.
No, I guess that could be happening too, but.
So what do you think? Is the uploader just playing funny buggers with us? Or is
and why is he not trying to get the baby? Like,
caught on film?
What if whatever it was just lifted the baby?
Section
That's not funny, but I mean, a little bit.
It's been doing it for about 5 minutes or so. The green ball just moved.
Most people visit the library in order to read or study in peace and quiet.
Paranormal activity in library.
However, there's anything but tranquility. In the footage, which appears to have been taken from a series of internal security cameras, you can see various areas of the library.
I want my girlfriend Cheryl to watch these videos with me, but she gets scared of paranormal stuff.
Rather unusual. Take a look.
She won't be sleeping at all. Wow. Like, dude, even if this is fake, imagine seeing that.
Interrupted when one of the books at the table appears to levitate in midair.
Like, I don't know who reviews this footage in libraries.
Is attempting to read it.
But imagine being a librarian and then you go back and then you see that.
All we can do is speculate about its authenticity. However, the original uploader has circled what appears to be a fan attached to the ceiling in the upper left corner of the video.
Why is the fan?
If you look closely, you can see that it seems to be switched off, ruling out the possibility of it being somehow responsible for the book's movement.
Oh yeah, because wind is gonna lift the book. Like,
to explain the book's seeming ability to hover in midair.
The hell?
Of course, a lot of people have pointed out that it could just be CGI.
Yeah, it looks like it could be CGI, but I don't know. It would still be weird if that happened
CGI
in real life. Like, what the fuck?
Floating book. Let me know what you think down below.
The ghosts are just trying to get a little bit of knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't pass when I was alive.
As is often the case, renovating a house can lead to some strange discoveries. Bizarre items in the attic or an old newspaper.
Creepy presence
between the
filmed
crawl
during
space.
renovation.
However, discovering a dormant, potentially dangerous paranormal presence is probably not that common. Initially, YouTuber Rocky Mills thought that it was a squatter that might have been responsible for a series of mysterious incidences that occurred in a property he was renovating.
Hello?
In the video, he begins to explain what's been happening as he wanders around the house.
And I think there's a squatter in this house.
Hmm.
I think it's in here.
When he reaches the basement, he points the camera down the stairs and calls out into the darkness.
I'm not going down no stairs. No sir. Look at that shit.
Receiving no response, he decides to move on.
Like a Texas Chainsaw basement. Just don't got that sliding door.
Hello?
After another minute or so of searching, a door slowly begins to open.
Grab a
Man
hammer or
cautiously
something.
moves in for a closer look. However, there doesn't seem to be anyone or anything nearby.
This is the part in the horror movie when I'm like,
Suddenly,
where's your
the door to the
weapon?
basement slams shut.
No.
The man immediately opens it and
No.
calls down the stairs one more time. Again, there's no response.
I'm not calling for shit.
Who is
I'm
it?
calling when I get to the
Light then
car.
begins to flicker. Spooked, the man drops the camera and runs from the building. All seems still and quiet until something rather chilling occurs. Take a look.
Something grabs the camera. What?
The camera begins to spin wildly as
Wow.
a deep breathing sound can be heard in the background. It continues for
Hell
several
no.
seconds before coming to a stop. The camera then remains motionless on the floor for another minute or two, then the man comes back to pick it up. Many viewers agree that the activity seen in this video appears to be genuine, and that the man made the right decision not to enter the basement.
Yeah, no, that shit was
Could it be
probably
possible
calling
that
them
the
down there.
renovations disturbed some sort of supernatural entity that was lying dormant in this house's basement? Perhaps all this spirit wanted was to be left alone.
Yep. I don't need to see shit. Leave down in the comment section if you guys would have went down in that basement. Just being
All the
curious,
favorite
like,
haunts of the supernatural
I couldn't
seem to
do
be
it.
old, decrepit, or well-lived-in buildings. Could it be possible that restaurants are also prone to paranormal sightings? That seems to be the case in this video, uploaded to YouTube by Daily Pakistan Global, who captured the footage whilst eating at a restaurant named Broadway Pizza. The narrator explains that he and his friend had just come into
Is
the
that a
restaurant to
burger?
grab some lunch when they thought they saw one of the chairs
that
move
shit
on
is
itself.
huge.
So we just came to Broadway for lunch, and it's this.
Thinking quickly, the YouTubers pulled out a camera and attempted to catch the potential poltergeist in action.
Outlet and
Sure enough, after a few seconds, one of the chairs moves, as though being pulled by some sort of unseen force.
Rashid Manas Road. This chair literally moved a little. Oh,
The narrator and his friend react in shock, and the clip abruptly ends.
Manas Road. This chair
But like, did
literally
they?
moved a little.
Okay, I guess they did see it move before, but
Viewers have
the other
several
dudes are
theories
chilling
about
like
this
there's nothing
video.
going on.
Some have suggested that it might be a promotional stunt cooked up by the restaurant's owners. Others are more confused and surprised by the footage and are not sure what to believe.
Outlet in Rashid Manas Road. This chair literally moved a little. Oh,
Like, I don't see anything that could have moved the chair, but
open to interpretation. Does it show something supernatural?
people are too chill, like, you know what I'm saying?
To attract more paranormal enthusiasts to the restaurant.
Like, it's not like chairs just move on their own and it's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? If I see that a little bit, I'm like,
remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle the buttons for no obvious reason are certainly scary. When they contain a potential paranormal entity, they become a little more chilling. That may be just what occurs in this clip, uploaded to the YouTube channel DM Secret Facts. In the video, we see what looks to be a kitchen. In the foreground, there's a table and chairs. Suddenly, the ceiling light begins to flicker, illuminating the room with an eerie glow. Several objects fall from the table. And the lamp begins to bend. All is still until a menacing black figure suddenly appears at the table. The figure is only visible for a split second. However, if you pause the footage, you can see it in greater detail. Take a look.
okay, I see. Whoa.
Shortly after, the figure reappears, this time in the kitchen. As before, its appearance is brief, and only those with a keen eye are likely to see it. A moment passes, then the door in the background begins to open and close, seemingly all on its own.
That's crazy.
While the initial movement of the objects on the table is difficult enough to explain, the sudden appearance of the dark, shadowy figure is even weirder. Though it's only visible for a split second, its presence evokes an uneasiness that only adds to an already creepy video. A video that seems to offer more questions than it answers. So what do you think the mysterious figure could be? A ghost, shadow person perhaps? Or is it simply a glitch in the film? Let me know what you think in the comments section.
It's like a shadow person or something. But it's still like, I'm trying to think, like, if somebody did use string or something, how would it look? You know what I mean? Like, how would they be able to do it? Because it's multiple things. All right, let's go back. All right, let's check out this one. These scary pictures will freak you out. And then I'm gonna check the video
I'm Callan, and this is Slap
that
the following
somebody wanted me to watch before. All right, fuck it. Let's start it from there.
There's nothing creepier than taking a leisurely night stroll at a local park and seeing something.
Bruja spotted in Mexico, which
one Reddit user, STX Bark, shared
Who?
pictures that showed just that situation. Originally believed to have been taken in Mexico, before it was then proven that they were actually taken in Manchester, England, by Twitter user Iconic Autograph. In the first picture, taken at nighttime, viewers can see a tree. Perched high up is a dark, menacing figure with piercing white eyes looking directly into the camera. Even stranger is the fact that the figure seems to be wearing some type of white hood over its head.
I mean, I don't know if this is real. It's a picture. I normally like the videos,
seeming to grasp onto the tree as it continues to stare into the camera. The story behind the two pictures is somewhat complicated. The original poster claimed that these photos were taken in a mountain range in Mexico by a man who believed it to be a bruja or witch. In Mexican culture, brujas are known to cause trouble for those around them. Another idea was that the figure could be a nahual, or a human who has the ability to take on an animalistic shape. The user who stated the pictures were actually taken in Manchester received several suggestions about what it could actually be. Many believe that the figure could be some type of animal, perhaps a dog or small bear, but one has to wonder how a dog could climb a tree as suggested by the photo.
That ain't no fucking dog, bro.
Since there's yet to be a confirmation as to what or who this
get
might
that
be,
out now.
the mystery remains open for all to contemplate. As always, I'll throw this out to you, the audience. What do you think that thing is? Let me know in the comment section below.
I don't know what the hell that is, but dogs ain't wearing no damn hoods.
Human photobombers can be annoying / hilarious depending on the circumstances.
Eerie Appearance.
But what about ghostly photobombers? This spooky interruption happened to Reddit user Big Revolution 4581 during a wedding party in Canada in 2018. In the
Y'all was a
photo, we
homie,
can
like,
see
y'all
two men
forgetting
sitting
me?
at a table posing for a picture. Just behind them stands a man,
Oh!
semi-transparent, with short black hair, yellow eyes, and dark
I thought it was
lips.
just a dark
The
part.
man looks right at the camera with a devilish grin. The photo is certainly creepy in its own right, but it's the story behind the picture that adds to the scare factor. The original uploader of the image revealed that he had often received scratches on his skin at his house prior to this particular photo being taken, and felt strange
I don't
burning
know.
sensations right before the scratches would appear. He's never been able to find the reason behind these strange injuries. No one remembers a person walking by when the photo was taken, so it does make it difficult to confirm whether the figure in the photo was just another partygoer. Even creepier, the men claimed they were directly against the wall, so it would have been impossible for someone to be standing behind them.
It's
Could
like
this
banners
spooky
behind
figure
them.
captured on film be the same one causing the scratches and burns to the unlucky original poster?
That's what was there. I think that's like an edited picture.
Waverly Hills Sanatorium has the honor, or misfortune, depending on who you ask, of being
Waverly
one of the most haunted
Hills.
places in all of America. Originally opened in 1910 to house tuberculosis patients, the sanatorium is now open for haunted tours and paranormal investigations. One Reddit user, GhostGuy68, had the opportunity to see something extra ominous on a tour of the facility. It seems to prove why this place is so popular with fans of the paranormal. Viewers can see a black and white photo with a white post to the center right. To the left of the post stands the figure in question. Upon closer inspection, viewers of the picture can make out what seems to be a human-shaped ghost with a white head. The Reddit user who shared this image explained that he shot the photo with a regular digital camera with no flash. It wasn't until he lightened the photo up in editing that he saw the mysterious figure, so he denies that the figure could be the result of a flash or any other camera malfunction. He also believes that the figure seems to be a nurse carrying a clipboard or chart.
I don't know what the
As
hell
the
that is,
sanitarium
but
has a long history of employed nurses, this may well be a ghostly nurse of the past. The question then becomes if she has good intentions or not.
I've always heard about Waverly Hills, and low key, I'm like interested. Like I would want to
Photos
kind of
of
go
young
there for a
children
little
are
bit.
supposed to act as memories of cute moments in a child's life for family members to look back on. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case for Reddit user Lord Cancer's nephew. In one eerie photo, this young child was seen with something far from cute. Even worse, the photo itself has been the center of many mysterious disappearances. In the image, we can see a young child crawling on the floor, looking up at the camera. Above him and to the left, we see
Something was
that looks
reaching
anything
for
but
him.
normal.
It looks like it.
There's a black shape that may be a type of chair with a greyish-looking purse hanging off of it. Extending from the chair is a white, ghostly long arm, and what looks to be a hand floating directly above the child. Around the long arm seems to be other formations of white that resemble wisps of air. The child's uncle revealed that ever since this picture was taken, the photo has been found in various parts of the house, with no explanation as to why it had been moved. None of the other family members claimed to have ever touched it. As a solution to this terrifying problem, the family glued and taped the image to a photo album so it wouldn't disappear.
They were like, let's get rid of this shit. I
Additionally,
mean,
the uncle reported that one time when the child was younger, he had mentioned seeing grey shapes in a field where a plane had once crashed. Could this child be prone to paranormal figures and activity? And if so, could the figure in the photo cause other ghostly figures to want to show themselves to this child?
dude, that's weird.
Throughout the paranormal community, there have long been discussions about parallel universes, with many believing that these other universes could be home to alternative versions of ourselves or others. Much of the time, people believe that figures of an ulterior universe
She look
come
crazy
with
as
bad
hell.
or downright scary intentions. On Reddit, user RightPercentage2310 offered a photo that may be an example of this happening right before our eyes. In the photo, we see the Reddit user to the left smiling and looking somewhere off frame. To the Reddit user's right is some glass, explained later to be the windshield of a pickup truck. Upon closer inspection, we can see that, although this appears to be the same girl, the perspective is all wrong and she has a completely different facial expression. Instead of smiling, she looks angry with no smile whatsoever. Right Percentage 2310 explained that her brother took the photo as she was sitting on the passenger side of a pickup truck. When she first had the photos developed, she flipped through the collection and didn't take any notice of the difference in the reflection. In fact, years had passed before she noticed the bizarre perspective and unusual reflection.
Wait, she's in the truck?
She offered the idea that it could simply be a case of double exposure.
Fucking doppelganger.
However, others are convinced this is a glimpse into a parallel universe. Give the photo another look and tell us if you think this could be an alternate version of the Reddit user or simply a camera trick. Let us know down below. Over the years, security cameras have caught many kinds of interesting sights, from insects
security
on the
cam
lens
captures
to wandering
eerie
children
figures.
and even paranormal activity. Reddit user mshell2003 gave viewers an example of the supernatural variety with the photos he shared to the site. In the first photo, we see the inside of a house. In the center of the photo sits a woman on a reclining chair. Right on top of her appears to be a lit up figure that looks to be a child.
What the
It
hell?
doesn't seem that the woman is aware of the figure right in front of her. In the second picture, we see a porch outside of a house at night time. A woman stands on the porch to the lower right-hand side of the photo. To the left of her looks to be a small white-grey figure on the move, perhaps running towards the woman. Commentators of the photos have inquired about the history of the house, as they believe there may have been a strange or tragic event that transpired in the house's past that could be used to explain the bizarre happenings. The original poster isn't aware of any past weird happenings occurring at this residence, leaving this mystery completely open. The house owners can only hope that the potential supernatural beings don't have any sinister intentions up their sleeves. What do you think these two bizarre shots have captured?
The one
Let
of
me
the
know in
thing
the comment
running
section
is
below.
weird. And I'm kind of weird on like the pictures, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like, dude,
There's
imagine
sleepwalking,
developing your
sleepwalking,
pictures
and then sleep bonding
and
with
then you see that
ghosts.
later.
This
Or
is
not even
possibly what
developing,
happened
but
to
just
Reddit
looking at
user
it on a
Additional
digital
Matter
camera and it's like,
745. After weeks of sitting up in her sleep, moving her arms around and mumbling to herself, her husband finally caught what could have been the cause of all the strangeness at nighttime. In the photo, we see the Reddit user sitting up in her bed, eyes closed, with her arms out, presumably how she acts every night when her husband sees her.
is it a hand coming out
Directly
of the
above one
shadow?
of her hands rests a separate orange hand with a slender arm that doesn't
Wow.
seem to lead to any person. The orange hand just hovers by itself.
Yeah, see, that's weird.
Although
Like,
it's somewhat of a horror movie cliche, the woman in the picture revealed that the photo was taken inside of her home on a Native American reservation in Minnesota. There have been stories of ghostly spirits or paranormal figures roaming indigenous reservations over the years. This is not the first time this woman has seen something abnormal appear in her bedroom, making her certain that this isn't a one-time event. Could this orange hand really belong to a spirit of the reservation?
yeah, that would
If
scare
it's
me.
trying to make contact with this woman in her sleep,
And if the story
message
is
it's
true,
looking
it's
to
like,
convey.
dude, you guys know where you
Without more
live.
info, this bizarre occurrence
So maybe it
will
doesn't
have to
scare
remain a
them as
mystery.
much, but no.
Before we take a look at a terrifying photo that may reveal an old Confederate soldier, all mysterious. Gives us another instance of a ghostly figure photobombing what was supposed to be just another nice photo. In this case, the photobomber looks to be none other than an old-fashioned soldier, proving neither annoying nor amusing, but downright terrifying. We see two individuals sitting on chairs outside in the
Wow.
dark. In the center right of the picture, we see a
Nope.
grey, ghostly figure that resembles a human male. The figure looks to be wearing a type of old-fashioned soldier's uniform, looking more specifically like a Confederate soldier. The ghostly soldier seems to be holding a musket in his arms and looks right into the camera. Some commentators originally believed that the figure was simply a bunch of branches wrapped around together from trees
No,
in
them
the
ain't no fucking
background.
branches.
These users decided to enlarge the picture
What?
and zoom in on the so-called soldier.
Who's the
quickly
fucking
changing
dude
their
with a
minds
hat
as
on
to
the
what it could
suit?
be
He has a
after
gun
giving a
in his
closer
hand,
look.
like.
The shape of the figure is distinctly human, and the object he carries definitely resembles an old-school musket. Could this soldier be paying a visit to an old battleground that he once died on? Love to hear your thoughts on this mysterious photo in the comment section below.
Alright, so, like, one thing that's always kind of weird to me, like, when they have some of these pictures, and it's like, oh, man, we found this, like, ghost on the battlefield. Why are they always in black and white? Like, it's some people that show up in color, you know what I mean? But then it's like, when they show, like, the ones from back then, it's like they're always gray or black and white or something like that. And it's kind of like, alright, did y'all just find an old picture and kind of sneak it in there? Because that could be happening too, you know what I mean? You can always change the opacity of whatever it is. Like, I can do it on my phone right now. Find the old picture, pretty much just like take out the background of an object and then put it in a picture and then lower the opacity. You know what I mean? It's not that hard to do, but like I said, in all the different streams of this stuff, some of the stuff I know is fake, right? But at the same time, the idea of it is what's so creepy. So maybe some of you guys actually do believe it. Like, I don't know if it's fake or real or whatever, but some of it seems fake to me, you know? So looking at it, some of you guys might really think that is real, or you might have experienced something like that. So that makes it even more real for you. But yeah, it's always weird how they just show up in black and white. And I'm just like, what? But then you have some and it's like, oh, okay, they're in color. I don't know. Every time they show like a person on a battlefield or something like that, they're always in black and white. What the fuck? Did my camera freeze? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Oh my god, my webcam froze. Why would it do it right now? I deactivated it. Hopefully it just comes back. Normally when that happens though, it won't just come right back. It's not even letting me configure the